What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Elias, I'm a photographer located in Athens, Greece. And in this video we're going to take a look at the KNF Concept VND plus CPL polarizing filter over here. So if you remember correctly, in last week's video I reviewed the freewheel version of this filter over here, but the freewheel is also magnetic and it costs a whole lot more. So this one is a budget solution for everyone that doesn't need the magnetic feature and prefers the traditional way of using filters. So this specific filter comes in this case over here. You can open it up really easily and store it everywhere. It is really well protected, and the case also has some nice foam over here in order to not get scratched and all that kind of stuff. And when we get it out of here, we basically have this filter over here. This is our filter. It's a pretty simple design, but it's a really effective design because this VND and CPL filter can save you a lot of time out there in the field. And let me explain why. So in order to use this filter, all you have to do is screw it on top of your lens, and after that everything is pretty simple. We have two handles on the side which helps us by redirecting the ND stops, so we can go from 1 ND stop to 5 ND stops, which is a really great range. And after that, if you want to control the polarizing effect, all we have to do is push the side of the filter like I'm doing over here. So I'm going to come really close so you can take a look at it. This is how you control the polarizing effect. So yeah, it's pretty easy and fast to control the ND stops and also the polarizing effect. So yeah, the workflow with this is really fast, and that's why I'm saying that this is perfect for run and gun situations. The only negative that you get by being able to control both the ND and the polarizing effect at the same time is that in order to use the polarizing effect, you really have to be strong to turn the filter over here. The filter is really stiff to turn. So yeah, keep this in mind because some people really don't like this. You might be also wondering what a VND filter is or what a CPL polarizing filter is and why we need both of these effects in one filter set. Let's break it down for everyone that doesn't know. So basically a VND filter is a variable neutral density filter which allows you to jump from multiple ND stops without swapping multiple filters. And this is great and a must-have for filmmakers because when you're doing video, you really want your shutter speed to be twice the amount of your frame rates because you want to achieve that cinematic motion blur in your image. So let's say for example you shoot at 25 frames per second, you want your shutter speed to be at 1/50th of a second. And in many cases, lowering the ISO at 100 gives you still an overexposed image. And this is why you need a VND filter. It's like putting sunglasses in front of your filter. That way you can control the exposure of your clips without really changing the settings in your camera. So you can keep your f-stop wide open or relatively open, and you can also have the correct shutter speed in your clips. And on the other hand, the CPL plus polarizing effect helps you to take control of the amount of reflections you want to have in your shot. This is really important for many type of videographers and photographers. Let's say you're shooting architecture and you want to reduce the reflections on the glass, or even most importantly, if you're shooting cars, you really don't want to have all these kind of reflections of the sun hitting on your car. You need to take control of the amount of reflections that you get on top of your subject in order to make your videos and your photos look more professional. And that's why having a VND plus CPL filter as a filmmaker or photographer is that much useful. And this KNF Concept VND plus CPL filter is a budget solution which many of you should really check out. This KNF Concept filter is also part of their Nano X version of filters. These filters are really high quality, especially for the price. I would avoid the older KNF Concept filters which don't have the Nano X version written outside the box. The older KNF Concept filters have many weird artifacts, so if you want to buy KNF Concept filters, then I would highly suggest to check out the Nano X versions. I have like 7 or 8 KNF Concept filters and all of them are Nano X series filters. The older ones, like I said, in many cases degrade your image quality, so yeah. And one other really nice feature about this VND plus CPL, I mean, it's not really a feature, but it's a possibility. And I'm talking basically about the fact that you can screw multiple filters on top of this VND plus CPL. But in order to do that, you have to screw the filters that you want on the back of the VND plus CPL, which is, to be honest, really time consuming. And if you want to add any more filters, let's say, you have to take it out of the lens, screw something else on the back, and again screw them on top of your lens. So yeah, it's really time consuming. So if you want to use any more filters and not waste much time screwing and unscrewing your filters, you have to decide prior to the shoot what you want to do and stack the filters before you go out there and shoot. K&F Concept have many special effect filters like the blue streak filter or the black diffusion filter or the star filter. And in one of the future videos that I'm going to do this month in this channel over here, we're going to stack all of these filters together so we can see what crazy effects we can get in our footage and in our photos. Personally, I really love the blue streak effect and the star filters, so be prepared to see all of these effects and these filters in this channel in the later weeks. Also, a filter guide is coming, so yeah, be prepared about that. Many of you send me so many messages on Instagram or down in the comments asking me about this filter and that filter. So yeah, I'm building a filter guide, which is going to be a really nice video in this channel. Yeah, that's pretty much about it for this video. I'm going to be linking this specific filter down in the description for everyone that wants to see it. And as always, I'm really grateful for every single one of you that choose to spend a little bit of your time by watching my content. This really means the world to me. Thank you so much for being here. And as always, I will see you all next week. Take care. Peace.